Good morning. This is Learning As You Go, City Gone Country. We're kind of doing an overview today of the last 18 months and some of the projects we were able to complete this summer. As you can see behind me, we were able to get out several of the trees. I think we were able to take 4 of the 6 trees down. And then we were able to also pull down the backyard fence. And at the end of that fence, there was a garden area. We were able to pull that up and just fill in all the holes and that kind of thing. We're gonna rent a backhoe, I think, and smooth out the yard all the way to the ditches that we have the culverts from the flooding. But right now it's looking pretty rough, but as you can see, we were able to get all the fencing down. I think that's scat. Gross.
Wonder if it's from our bear. So we're gonna head back this way towards our compost area and where we also burn.
So as you can see, we were able to get a huge amount of that burning pile that was here down. We just got the small one over there left. Boy, that has been a chore. I had never seen so much stuff piled up to be burned. So we had to dig out this ditch over here because of the flooding in the goat pen. And so it's quite a mess over here as well. But as you can see in the goat pen now, there's no standing water. There's no standing water up to our 5th wheel. We're gonna have quite a bit of summer cleanup.
Also, as you can see, we have, I'm sure you've seen in other videos, but this is our goat area. All fenced in. Go over here. We have a couple enclosures, one without a canopy right now. They don't usually use that, just go and eat in there. And then we have our goat shed is what we're calling it, over there, and some of our goats. These are the goats we have right now. Laverne and Lucy, Ethel, Joni, Trouble, and Fred.
And actually Laverne and Ethel belong to our neighbors, but they have boy goats on their property right now and they don't want baby goats, so we're keeping Laverne and Ethel until they're ready to take them home. So we were able to pull out of the ditches poles and logs and all kinds of stuff, and it's piled up here, and we've been burning it in the fire pit. we pulled out so that everything can flow. This ditch here we're still having problems with, so we may have to take it all the way across and remove the culvert and then make a bridge, maybe with railroad tires or something. But as you can see, we've got it all dried out up by the trailer, which is great, and we're not ankle deep into the goat pen anymore. We cleared a bunch here and made this wider and deeper.
As we're coming along the goats, you can kind of see that they're all getting their winter coat. They're pretty fluffy right now. It's so cute. And you can see the shed a little bit better.
So yesterday when we started working on the ridge cap, it's just temporary because we have to get in there and straighten all of the metal. But we heard that we were going to get snow and lots of rain for the next week, so we wanted to make sure we got the cap at least partially on. So we pulled out tons of dirt through these cottonwoods so that we could have the water flowing to the creek and not into the goat pen.
We also started this composting pile right here because it's just easier when we're cleaning out the goat area to just do compost. We got to fix the tarps again, but it's a good process.
And this is the huge mess that is going to take us probably all winter and into the spring to get cleaned up, because it's kind of a mud pit. But we were able to pull out a bunch of the trees along here, which was impeding the drainage ditch right here. And the drainage ditch over here. And on the other side of this pile is actually the creek. So we wanted to make sure that we pulled everything away from the creek so that it wasn't damaging the creek or any of that. And we were able to pull out a bunch of the sticker bushes up here. And then on the other side of the sticker bushes is a barn that's collapsed. And these big poles were part of that. So we pulled that away from the creek as well.
Finally took down the old chicken coop, which we plan to discard of soon.
And as you can see from here, the chicken area is dry again, instead of ankle deep of water in the old area.
Got some misbehaving roosters on the outside. They've been mean to the hens, so a couple of them got kicked out of the coop. But they're loving it. There's the other one.
And there's another one.
Yep, we got 3 outside the coop because we ended up with 5 roosters somehow. But you guys have seen the coop before. But our chickens are thriving. We're getting about a dozen eggs-ish a day.
Every day. So the chicken coop was completely finished, minus one wall, because we still don't know what we want to do with that wall. And once this area is cleaned up, we might fence it all in so that the chickens can go in and out of the run and free range in that whole pasture over there. But we really haven't decided.
And it needs to be cleaned up and decluttered beforehand.
Right.
The flooding kind of threw us for a loop. Our plans kind of got on hold. We'll continue this way.
But the chicken coop did turn out really nice. We have a solar light in here that we just turn off and on. Oh, scoot.
We got lots of boxes. Oh, there's eggs. There's a few eggs.
There's a few eggs.
Let's see if I can squeeze in here really quick.
Go ahead.
Oops.
Oh, and that one might be a new one because there's a little blood on it.
We got about 8 boxes. I think, did they just lay in the bottom ones mostly?
Yes.
And then they like to roost up on the top. Well, we got like 4 eggs right now, so we'll probably save those for my youngest. But we've modified this area as well as where they hang out a few times just to make it a little bit more user-friendly, so to speak.
And then our goal is to get this area cleaned up right here and utilize the end of the barn to store our Premier One fencing and that kind of stuff. The guys are actually loading this wire up today and getting rid of it, which is really nice. And maybe the hot water tank, I don't know.
I don't know if we can dispose of that or not. We'll have to find out. But the barn is multifaceted now.
And it's working very handy.
These are the doors for the goat shed.
And we're going to actually cut these doors and make half doors that open on the bottom and open on the top. That way we can leave the top ones open all the time and the bottom ones will be closed and they'll be safe. And they'll have plenty of ventilation.
I mean, look at how massive these logs are as I'm over here really quick. These are massive. Did Papa pull these out with the excavator? Did he pull them? Yeah. And then they did
they were actually in the creek in the actually half in the water and half on the land.
Oh, nice.
So we pulled that out and the water just started moving really fast.
Yeah.
So that was
getting
awesome.
the flow.
And we put a cat door in, which we're going to frame out.
So cute. The kittens go in and out here, right?
Yep. And we can keep it locked all the time so bigger animals can't get in.
We got hay stacked to the brim.
Cat food and goat food and chicken blocks and hay.
All our cat crates. We did a lot of fixing of cats.
Yes.
Their cute little kitty dishes back here.
We have 4 out here because Smokey and the mamas don't live in here. Smokey still has a cold and so he's been in the house ever since. So we have Tacoma, Snoqualmie, Tigard, and Point that live out here. And they don't like to share a dish, so that's why there's 4 dishes. And I have the feeling when Smokey comes out, we're gonna have to get a 5th dish. And if the mamas ever come in, we'll probably have to get a 6th and a 7th dish. But yesterday, the mamas and the babies were actually interacting, and that's the first time in a really long time. I mean, since they were weaned, they haven't interacted at all. So
the day before the mamas went to go get fixed, they got in a huge fight and they had to be separated from everybody. So that kind of sucks, but everybody's back to loving each other, so that's good. We did have a Snow and a Qualmy, but Snow came up missing. We would like to say that he was picked up by a construction worker. That's what happened, right, Mom?
that's what we're saying.
So now Qualmy is Snow Qualmy, and he's a Siamese. You'll probably see him if we catch him around here somewhere. Thank you for watching Learning as We Go, City Gone Country. If you like this, feel free to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you.